this is Sharpshine21 here, and tonight we're back on the Voron build, the V0 Voron build, and we are going to be putting together the wiring harness for the tool head. Video on the tool head, or as much of one as I can. It appears that my initial recording of it didn't. So I went over how I wired the tool head. I'm now going to try to do a how-to on the umbilical that ties the tool head into the controller board on the bottom. So we'll get into that. This is fairly straightforward. I am going to do a video on the back half of this, but it appears I did cartridge, then thermistor, then heat break fan, part fans, and then the end stop. So let me get this set down. Okay, so we're doing the umbilical. The umbilical is going to have the male plastic, but those actually take the female receptacles. And the first thing we're going to do is the heater cartridge extensions. And I'm going to pull about 5 feet of wire for this, even though that's going to be way excessive. I'd rather have too much than not enough. I've got a bunch of excess wire over here, but I think it's all too short, so getting that chucked out. Now these are fairly straightforward to do, not much different than what they what the previous ones were, but we'll go through the initial trim and then I'll then we'll start putting things together. Won't be too bad. This is just to get you an idea of how to do this. So again, I'm hoping this focused. It looks good on the camera, but we'll see. So you slot that into the little channel, and then these use the 1.9 crimp. And I'm going to put the negative on the bottom on this one. And then the positive will go on top. You just slot them in. And yeah, we'll go from there. I'll come back when this is all wired up and I'll let you know which ones went where. Okay. So, got this all put together. We've got the yellow and white as the end stop. Blue and red is the part fan, or the blue and black is the part fan. The red and black is the cooling fan for the heat break. The green and black is the thermistor. And the thicker red and black is for the heater cartridge. So these will all get pulled apart. I'm going to tape the ends for the ones that need taping or need to be paired up, and then we will bring the printer back up and start to assemble that. So we've got the Voron tube and the umbilical, and I'm pulling out some of this slinky stuff, and we're going to wrap the umbilical and the Voron in this slinky stuff. And we're going to use this stuff as a I'm gonna hit this with a little fire. Okay. Okay, had an oopsie. This thing popped out just because it's not slammed all the way in yet. Okay, now that's on. We're going to leave these a bit long. because the next time we build this, it's going to come down over here into the channel I'm going to build, and then into the control board. But I need to go get the wiring diagram for the board. Okay, so we've got a few things and a few different types of connectors we're going to need for what is the hot end fan, the hot end heater, excuse me, the cooling fan, the hot end fan, and the hot end heater go here. These two get the little crimp-on ferrules. This goes into a JST. This next one is our X end stop. That goes into a JST, and then our thermistor up here goes into its JST. Everything else is wired in. Once we get these done, it's time to turn on power. I do have to modify the back panel. The back panel needs a hole drilled in it, and the panel with the power clip needs some trimming done. Other than that, we're really close. Panel mounting, I don't have the clips for it yet. So, tape is our friend there. Now, I'm going to pull the bundle of wires away, except for these right here. Now, I think I have enough space through this hole, so we're going to go with that. I'm going to do it 2 wires at a time. I'll leave some slack on it. Now, trim these and put some crimp-on ferrules on. Okay. Now, the board is marked for plus and minus. Not that it really matters for the heater cartridge. It does matter for the fans. Which the next one is going to be the cooling fan, which should be blue and black. And red and black. Okay, next set is going to be the hot end fan. Continuing on, the JST connections for the fan it does matter if they're polarized, because the fans will only work if you put power into them one way. I'm also breaking off enough of these little things so that we can do not just the fan, but the end stop and the thermistor as well. So we'll get that done. Next is the X end stop. Alrighty, last one, thermistor. Thermistor is non-polarized, so it does not matter how that goes together. Okay, I think I want to route that differently. I think that's it. That allows me to at least try to back this down by hand, so that puts the Z in the middle. And then I can try some power. I'm not sure I'll record that. We'll see what happens. Alright, this is SharpShot21. Thank you for tuning in for this episode on the Voron series. I'm sorry it was a little less than informative. as per how I put the tool head together. It's what we got to deal with. Sometimes our cameras don't behave themselves. No biggie. Hopefully this was informative. Hopefully you guys liked what you saw. If you have questions, please let me know in the comments down below, and I hope to see you next time. Sharks out.
Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. It really helps me out, and it lets you know when I put something new up. New videos will be going up on Tuesdays or Thursdays at 8 a.m. Eastern. And if I do decide to do live streams, I will try to give 24 hours notice. So hit the subscribe button on the channel, and you'll be notified when I post that stuff too. Hope to see you next time. Sharps out.